We thought last week that the title of this week's episode was going to be very poignant and just, tell us exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's going to tell us exactly what's going to happen in the episode.
It lied.
Turns out we were bamboozled and the show lied to us. I can't believe it would ever do that to us.
Why would it do that?
No anime title of an episode has ever lied to its viewers before, and this is just a first. It is shocking. I am just outraged. I'm going to be calling my lawyer first thing in the morning and filing a lawsuit.
In Sunrise.
For a 20-year-old show.
Yeah, makes sense.
Anyways, yeah. We were a little bamboozled, to say the least. Either way, after I get this hair out of my eye. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Al Watch Inuyasha. It's episode number 42. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing Season 2, Episode 15, or Episode 42, entitled The Wind Scar Fails. But it totally doesn't.
It totally doesn't fail.
No, it totally works. Just not how it's intended.
But first, a 5-minute recap.
Yeah. You get a 5-minute... This episode does not start until 5 minutes into the episode. So you got time to go make a snack while this episode is going for the first 5 minutes, and get yourself really prepared to sit down and enjoy this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's something, all right.
It's just trying to make you remember what happened. Literally last episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
We begin this episode 5 minutes in, and Kagome's still just on the floor. Kana's like, I'm trying to steal this lady's soul, but it's not working.
She got a big soul.
And she can't move. It'll be fine. No worries. But then Kagome's like, all right, I'm going to get up and get my bow out. And she's like, oh, that's not good. Baroku realizes that Kuharu's trying to stab him and just smacks the knife out of her hand and then punches her in the gut.
Punches her in the gut, knocks her unconscious. I was like, Jesus, that's a little intense. Like, I get that she was trying to stab you, but, like, did you have to punch her that hard? Like, I don't know. That just seems like a pretty intense response, but
it was an extreme reaction to that.
Yeah. He just straight up gut punched her. Yeah, he's like, "All right, I'm out of here. Goodbye.
I gotta go find my friends." So he goes off to do that, and then Kagome's getting up and moving around, and Kana's like, "That's not good." Baroku and Kirara show up, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And then Kana's like, "I'm out of here."
Shippo wakes up and is like, "Oh no, everybody, what's happening?"
Inuyasha's still fighting.
He's just punching people.
He's still not doing great though, but he's still fighting. Him and Kagura are gonna fight each other. Just doing some stuff. Kagura's like, well, he can't do the wind scar this time because there's no arrow here, so I'll just bait him into thinking he can do the wind scar and then bamboozle him.
Also, he's still kind of borked from the last fight. Like, his arm's not full strength at all. Mm-hmm. So he's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm going to try anyway.
So he's like, oh, she's like, basically like, oh, try and hit me with the wind scar. It's totally going to work, isn't it? He's like, why, yes, this is definitely going to work. It's definitely not a trap or anything. Yay, let's do it.
Brogan's so like, don't do it.
So he does it, and then she just turns around, and Kana's there, and the wind scar just basically reflects back at him and just messes him all the heck up.
He gets set on fire.
Yeah, he's not doing well.
No, it just goes straight through him and woof. Yikes.
Big yikes. He's down for the count for a good while.
Everybody's like, oh god, I think he's dead.
Yes. So they all rush to him, and then out of the blue, here comes Naraku. He's like, Inuyasha got beat up.
You scrub.
You suck.
Basically.
Roku stands up to him and is like, you're a coward. You suck. You don't do anything. You just let other people do your stuff. And Naraku's like, maybe. Maybe, but also, who cares?
Shrug shoulders. What are you going to do about it, buddy?
You want to use your wind tunnel? Well, you probably won't do that because you're a dummy.
Well, and also
You'll just get yourself sucked up.
Well, it would also it would suck up the souls that are in the mirror.
Yes.
And
he's like,
so,
you won't do that. You're not dumb enough to do that. Moroku's like, yeah, I guess I'm not dumb enough to do that.
You're right. I'm almost dumb enough to do that, but not quite.
They're like, oh man, he's getting so much stronger. What shall we do? Inuyasha kind of starts stirring. And basically, Naraku's like, oh, he's not dead. Oh.
All right,
interesting.
Cool.
Kagura's like, well, I think we've talked a lot too much. Let's kill Inuyasha already. Let's do it.
Kagome's like, hey, Kagura, can I have a ride?
Give me a ride. I think I'll be okay. Ooh. Kagura's also like, hey, why don't you tell Inuyasha about that lady who wanted him dead? Ho, 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 ho.
Oh.
Naraku's like, oh, yes. She helped me get the jewel shards and everything. Ho, 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 ho.
He has like almost a complete jewel. It's like crazy because they had like maybe a quarter of it. And now it's just like very, very
it's almost done or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Naraku's like, oh, by the way, it was Kikyo. Shock and all.
What?
And he was like, Kikyo, what?
Kikyo.
What do you mean? Oh, I'm in so much pain. He's like, she gave them to me of her own free will. And then Inuyasha's like, ow. Pain. And then Kagura's like, all right, I've had enough talking. I'm going to kill Inuyasha now. Cool. Moroku tries to fend them off and then gets flung away.
He gets ouchied.
He's hurt. And then basically Kagura's going to do it again, but then here comes Kagome, shoots an arrow, is able to block it.
Nice.
She's like, yay. Kagura's like, ugh, you stinky.
What about your soul? I thought we took that.
And Kana's like, I couldn't do that, sorry.
I think the mirror can't handle that big of a soul.
And then she shoots an arrow at the mirror.
What?
And the mirror just sucks it up, and then Kana's like, oh, that's not good. If we don't unleash these souls, the mirror's going to break, so I'm just going to pew these souls out.
Mm-hmm.
Pew, 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 pew. So all the souls get returned and everything, and Naraku's basically like, all right, well, I guess we're kind of done here. By the way, Kagome, you want to give Inuyasha a message that, like, hey, Kikyo wants him dead. And then basically, Moroku gets back up to wind tunnel them, but they just like break some rocks to fling back at him, and then they just walk away.
Yep. I do like that. They're like, no, Kagome, don't shoot the arrow. It's gonna reflect back at you. She's like, it won't. I know it won't.
I know.
Oh my God.
I really hope it doesn't.
I really hope it doesn't.
Oh no. So sad. So yeah, basically after that, everyone's real sad.
Everybody's also real, like, beat up.
Real messed up. Inuyasha and Sango are down for the count, so it's
they
basically
both have broken arms.
Yeah, Shippo, Kirara, and Kagome go off and like find stuff to try and heal them and everything. Moroku's is also like, ugh. And then Inuyasha's like, Kikyo, why? Couldn't be. And then that's basically how we end our episode, just Inuyasha being sad.
Yeah, he's all
and
like,
in pain.
Kikyo, why would you do this?
No.
Kikyo is not your friend, buddy.
He is just dumb and doesn't know that.
Yeah, well, he'll find out again in the next episode. Kikyo is not your friend.
But he still won't know that because he's dumb.
No, he's super dumb, and he's driven by one thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about some trivia.
Okay.
Kagura clarifies that she can control anything that once held a life/soul with her Dance of the Dead.
Okay.
Kagura creates a wall of wind to block the pull of the wind tunnel when Naraku and his incarnations retreat. It wasn't simply to create a barrier to debris.
Then what? What? What?
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
There's like, whatever, we gotta go.
Yeah, there's like, all right, cool. Like he's sucking things up. Here, have some rocks, buddy. Eat rocks.
Wind tunnel rocks. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Things happened.
It lied to us. It did not fail. It did not fail. It just got reflected.
Yes. However,
next
week's episode actually tells us the truth of the title.
Also, we got a new ending this week.
We did get a new ending.
It is Dearest. It is one of my favorites. It's very good. It is, I forget. I know her first name's Ayumi, but I don't remember her last name. It's like one of the songs that goes throughout the series. Like you'll hear some instrumental versions of it, like in other episodes, in like very dramatic moments.
Like episode 59, 148, and 175.
I don't know what happens in those episodes, but yes.
Also, Ayumi Hamasaki.
Okay, I knew it was Ayumi, but I couldn't remember what her last name was. Dearest has one of the like most heartbreaking scenes. Like when you see that, you're just like, oh no. Like when you realize what is happening there, because there's this part with Shippo is asleep and he's all cuddled up and he's super happy, and then you realize like, oh god, that's his dead dad. Oh no, that's sad.
I was like expecting something else happen. It's like, oh man, Shippo looks real happy there. I don't see how this is sad.
Did you get it after I explained it?
Yes.
Okay. Like that's really sad.
I was like, he just cuddled up there. That seems fine. No problems here.
No. That's a dead guy. I gave you like this long explanation about the ending and my interpretation of it, but I don't know that our dear listeners want to hear my interpretation of the ending of Dearest. But it is a very good ending. But it is very sad that Shippo's just like chilling with his dead dad.
Al approved.
It's very good. It's a very good song. It's a very, very nice visual, but it's also kind of like the whole thing is just, well, things kind of suck right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's sad. Everybody's having a bad time.
Because you had a bird.
Basically, like Moroku's just like staring at his hand. Anyway, like I said, I wrote you out this like long interpretation of what it was, and if anybody's curious, I'll let you know, but it's my interpretation, so anyway. I will tell you guys if you want to know, but I don't think it's relevant here.
So yes, new ending.
A new ending, yes.
New ending. No more Sesshomaru roaming.
And going into space for some reason.
Yeah. Now it's everyone's sad.
Everyone's sad.
But yes, next time we will be discussing episode number 43 entitled The Tetsaiga Breaks. Which it does.
It does.
Can confirm.
It does actually break.
Can confirm that actually happens this time.
Wild.
So we won't be bamboozled like we were this time.
Good.
But that's going to do it for this week. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup, and you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time when we get an episode where the title doesn't lie to us.
Mm-hmm.